Welcome to the show. I'm in a singing mood today. Welcome to Smoking Underground. I am Devin, and this is Gary.
Hola! Thanks for joining us this evening. Appreciate you taking time out for this glorious time of smoking, libation, and enjoyment in the environment in which we're in. At Cigars and More 280, which is a very fine establishment.
Yep.
And
we're here to talk about gym socks today.
Oh,
Not really. That's a joke.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
what about gym socks?
Yeah. What about gym socks?
Yeah.
Right.
How you doing, Mr. Gary?
I'm great. Doing pretty good. Pretty doggone good. Today's Thursday, of course. One more day to the end of the week, which is always good. We get past tomorrow. We got a little furlough going on for 2 days, which is great. Got another week going on.
All right.
And then I'll be on vacation, which is even better.
Nice.
Yep.
Capital nice.
And you, sir?
It has been a great week. I was in Georgia for my brother's birthday.
Very good.
This past weekend, and then I had Tuesday off because I got a brand new AC unit, and it's working wonderfully.
And you, at your brother's birthday, rented shooting lanes.
That is correct, and it was amazing. My brother got to try out a new. It's actually classified as a pistol, and I can't remember the name of it. I have completely lost it, but it's about this long.
It's an AR-15.
No, it's. I can't remember the name of it. It's got a curled handle on the front, and it loads from the top.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
I cannot remember the name of it. I completely lost the name of it.
I've seen it, know it, and I can see it, but I don't know the name.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It makes me think of the game GoldenEye. Because it was in
nice.
that. Yeah.
Very good.
Cool. And then this week's gone past pretty quick because my work week was only Wednesday. So this is the second day of work for me. And now tomorrow. And then I'm doing a special broadcast on my own personal one about libations.
Oh, really?
Because we're going to do it fully live and going to a buddy of mine's house who is like, he knows whiskeys and scotches and bourbons so well. He's going to go over all of them.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a grand old time.
That's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
That is. That's going to be great.
Other than that, we're doing great. How about you, John?
I'm just kind of overwhelmed still.
Overwhelmed.
Staying overwhelmed.
As you stay overwhelmed.
What's up, Dina?
Hello, Dina.
So today we're doing something, I wouldn't say different because we don't really do anything different. We talk about cigars and things related to cigars. So we're going to talk about different ways to light them and why or why not you should use these methods because there's just some methods you shouldn't use. I mean, if this is all you've got, find a piece of paper and light that on fire. Then don't use the thing I'm going to talk to you about. Yeah. But we also have our Smoking Underground June cigar pack here that is absolutely amazing.
That it is.
It's got a lot of really good stuff in it. And $47.29, and it's got some high dollar stuff in here.
That it does.
And it's at every store. Will soon to be at Tuscaloosa very, very soon. But the rest of them, it all has it there.
I personally dropped them off everywhere, so I promise you.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Okay.
Good.
So, but before we get into that,
did you mention they double very well for Father's Day presents?
I did not mention they double very well for Father's Day presents, but guess what? They double very well for Father's Day presents. And I'm telling you, this pack is classy. Like our last pack was good. This one's a scale above, in my opinion, a scale above.
And if you think that one is good for Father's Day, wait till you see the next one.
That's right.
The next one. I'm excited today. Yes, exactly. So I'm excited today, mainly because we have a cigar today that we're going to be testing. I say testing. We're going to be smoking. And I'm ecstatic about it. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm a
Yes, we do.
Yes. So here's the thing. I have I wouldn't say personal connection. Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah. I wouldn't say a personal connection, but my first cigar was this brand. And you know what this brand is?
Oh, wow. Go with it.
It's Padron.
It is.
Mighty, mighty Padron.
It is indeed one of my favorites, one of my go-tos. The Nicaraguan King is what I would like to call it. Padron, of course, ever since Padron come out, it has knocked doors down. It has raised the bars. It has raised the standard. It has done nasty things to the industry when it come out, because Nicaraguan tobacco a while back in the day was almost like a trial. It wasn't a good tobacco. And then Padron come out when it did. Everybody said, "Hey, wait, Nicaraguan tobacco? Not Dominican? No. What?" And then here we are. And now, of course, Padron's now set the standard.
I'm telling you.
Here we go, buddy.
I'm telling you, Padron is, I would say, besides GTO, Padron is my go-to smoke when I can't decide what I want to smoke.
Very good.
I know no matter which one I grab, I'm going to enjoy it. No matter what. It's not a guessing game. I just know for me, that's it.
And I know another thing you like about it too.
What's that?
You can pronounce it.
I can pronounce it.
So I just figured I'd get that.
Padron. So
Yeah.
let me mispronounce it for you.
The Padge.
So we got that. Now, before we light it, because this whole episode is about lighting it,
Right.
and relighting it as well.
Very good.
So let's talk about what we're drinking today. I'm going to start out with you, Mr. Gary,
Why
that goes with it.
Well, of course, you guys know as well as you. I'm sort of simple on libation, but I do tend to turn it up a little bit when it comes to a cigar every once in a while. I like good coffee. I like really good coffee, and I want to bring a good coffee here, but the problem is, we're on Central Time. It's 6:30. And I have to be at work really, really early in the mornings.
Right.
And so 6:30 in the evening and coffee and me don't go well, so I would love to, go get, if you will, some good gourmet type coffee, which I thoroughly enjoy. But I sort of stick with the basic here.
Right.
The mocha Frappuccino.
Mocha Frappuccino.
Mocha, yeah.
And why do you think that goes good with this Maduro Padron?
My goodness. Well, Padron has a cocoa-y undertone anyway. That's the dynamics, I think, that Padron has that everyone enjoys. It has a very well-rounded feel when it comes to the cigar itself, as well as a very dynamic flavor. So you've got all of this stuff that is wrapped up into one. Man, I'm telling you, it's superb. It really is. I thoroughly enjoy it. The chocolate, going with the cocoa brand of the Padron, just really mixes real well. It does.
What's up, Lawrence?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so today I am going to
Just
try
a
something at
Cottingham.
the recommendation of Wes, who is apparently knows his libations really well. I didn't know he knew them very well, but he recommended the Basil Hayden Dark Rye.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
I've never had it.
Before.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't had it.
Have you not?
No, it
So you haven't
amazing.
sipped it yet?
No, I haven't even had a touch
okay.
of it yet.
Okay, we're at a pioneer location.
So I'm kind of afraid to try it before lighting it, but I kind of want to try it before I light it.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
So
yeah.
cheers.
Cheers.
Here
we go. There you are.
Cheers.
Dang. There you are.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, Max.
Yeah.
That is the best-selling liquor at the 280s.
Yes.
Is
That's
that
what Rocky was telling me. He has to go out and get a bunch of bottles of it. I'm gonna have to buy this myself. This is smooth. It's got that nice rye flavor, but it's still effing smooth.
Really?
That's all I gotta say. Like,
Good.
he's not joking. That's gonna go really well with that.
Okay.
So let's get right on into it because I want to smoke this thing.
La-da-da.
So you can cut yours. I already cut mine.
All right.
I want to talk about lighting, and we're going to start out from the beginning. This is what everybody uses. Butane lighter.
Yeah.
Makes that sound.
Right. Right on.
Pretty standard. Sell them everywhere.
And I love that sound.
And it as a clean burn, kind of like Hank Hill, taste the meat, not the heat. Taste the meat, not the heat.
Yeah.
Um,
Do that quite well.
Dang it, Bobby. So this right here, standard lighter, everybody uses. It's great if you don't overburn your cigar.
Very good.
If you do that, there's nothing we can do for you.
Very good. Yeah.
So this is the standard light. You've seen us do this on every show. We're going to go a little bit different here. I'm going to use, and I'm encouraging Gary as well to use, a piece of cedar. And the reason for that is you're getting kind of, I like to say, the charcoal burn, so to speak, because you're burning the wood. You're getting that cedar kind of flavor to it. You smell cedar, and for those of us, we immediately go humidor. We think humidor. We think cigars because that's what we're doing.
Right.
The best way is just use the lighter to light the cedar. And that's it. Same process as you do before, although it's kind of harder to char it. You can toast it a bit. But with this, because the burn's not so direct, you just
There it is.
you make sure. Don't put it directly on it.
Right.
Don't burn myself like I almost did,
Yes.
or get the ashes in my drink.
Yes, indeed.
So you get that lit. And you may have to relight it. Gary had a better idea by folding it in half, which is a much better idea than what I did.
Sometimes there is the hint of going vertical with it also.
There is, yeah. So you may have to do it more than once. That's okay. But just remember.
Once you keep spinning it around, be sure you blow on the tip. Make sure it's good and even all the way around. Of course, you're puffing on it the whole time you're trying to light it.
Right.
And then after you do that, then again, just spin it around, blow on the tip of it. Make sure it's even. Make sure the embers are lit on the inside as well as all the way around. And after that, man, enjoy yourself. And very good flavor, by the way.
Yes.
Very nice.
Now,
Very clean.
To answer Max's question, that's actually along the same line of what we're going to be talking about. So we just did, in my opinion, the great way to light. Honestly, I should do it more often. It gets a great flavor out of the cigar. The complete opposite, which you should never do, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, is use one of these standard lighters that has kerosene.
Kerosene. Yes, that's right. It's a kerosene based type fluid that's in there. Same thing as Zippo type fluid, as well as Ronson, and of course that's the liquid fluid. It's not the
liquid as opposed to a gas.
Correct.
Now with this, to answer your question, Max, use this, which you shouldn't use to light yours, and light that.
Yeah.
Then light it.
Yeah.
You're okay. Let it burn
Correct.
for a second, get the chemical off, and
Very
then
good.
use it to light.
Very good. Outstanding.
That would be your best methodology upon that. So what do you think, Gary? What are you feeling?
Oh man, it's Padron. Man, it's like climbing into a Rolls Royce and going, okay.
Bloom, baby.
What do you think about that drive? Well, it's defaulted. I mean, it's good, just good.
I've
Love it.
Circles down.
Thoroughly enjoy it. And now I've got the clean light, and that helps a little bit too. So I thoroughly enjoy that. I love Padrones. What size is this, John? What is this?
We went with the 3,000 for us.
3,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So excellent cigar.
Oh,
Good light on it.
Good.
Just to let everybody know, the packs have the 6,000, which is actually a torpedo.
Okay. All right. So the 6,000 torpedoes. So you're actually getting more bang for the buck in the pack,
Right.
than what we are now, which is okay too. It's all right.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about this, Max. A lot of people don't know about that. So lighting it the right way, because if you use a Bic lighter, not to name a brand, but one of those standard strike lighters, it's you're gonna taste it. You are going to taste it. You taste it even more if you use a Zippo with the fuel in it.
That's correct.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'll give you a prime example.
Yeah.
I have multiple Zippos because when I first got into smoking, I'm like, I gotta get a Zippo, that kind of thing. I started smoking a pipe, so I got me a pipe Zippo. So it's covered on the top and it's open on the sides, so you can turn it and pull on it. And I thought, this is the best invention I've ever found
Mm-hmm.
for lighting my pipe, because I
Yeah.
typically use matches
Right.
to light my pipe.
Right.
But every time I'm literally tasting kerosene
Except for
all the
flavor.
way through
Yep.
until I kind of repack it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, it's. I don't care about the convenience. You need to get rid of that in your head.
Right.
Just do away with using Bic lighters,
Very good.
and then kerosene to light any of your stuff. It just is not a good way to go.
I'm a big, and as you can tell on the show here, I love food. Okay, I'll just go ahead and just say it. I'm a food addict. I'm a foodie. I thoroughly enjoy barbecuing and smoking. I enjoy, this is the other smoking, but I enjoy doing the smoke. I do brisket. I do butts. I do hams, turkey, whatever. And when it comes to barbecuing, or when it comes to, you'll hear a lot of the pros say, don't use the kerosene on the charcoal,
Right.
because you will have a flavor differential.
Totally. I
And-
can recall
Yeah.
tasting
There
a
you are.
steak
There
and
you
it
go.
having that kind of,
There you are.
that sour
Yeah.
kind of taste on
Right.
top of it.
So that serves validity for what you're talking about there when it comes to the Zippo lighter. And
Right.
So on. So to that
Yeah.
effect there. Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're tasting. So that's why I say avoid it. These are meant to light other things. These are not meant for that. That's the reason you see cigarette smokers, like name brand cigarette smokers, use this, because you're not getting flavor out of those things.
Yeah.
It's simply for the addictive properties that are in it.
Yeah.
But
So
this is going really well. You know what though?
Mhm.
What's the interesting thing about cedar is it does have a distinct flavor
Does.
to it as you pull.
it does.
There's a taste on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you smoke a lighter cigar using cedar,
Oh, wow.
you'll
yeah.
taste it even more.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
The darker it is, the harder it is to indicate, but it does taste cleaner when you light and relight.
It does. And another a good thing, a rule of thumb as well, when you go into your cigar shop, okay, and they have matches, if you don't see the cedar, ask for it.
Yes.
Because what you're looking at here, you're in this particular case, this is the type matches we have here. They're extremely small. They're not even 2 inches. They're probably maybe an inch and a half, something like that, maybe. So
They pull on.
when you get matches, and be sure to get them, but when you do, ask for cedar, because what you're going to want to do here is literally light the match, okay, which it has sulfur on the end of it, which has a little bit of a twinge as far as a flavor goes. So what you want to do, of course, is if you're lighting it with a match, let it burn to the wood, and then go ahead and
I was just
light
about to say that.
and then
if,
go
if
ahead.
you don't have cedar and when you have to use a match,
Right.
let it burn through that and be done with it, and just you're burning wood.
Yes.
That's the only real way to use it.
Right.
What's up, Stacy?
So what you're going to do, of course, is that if you do get matches and you do get cedar, your matches are only so long, but your cedar can come in long stems.
Oh yeah.
So utilize that match to light the cedar, and then take the cedar and light the cigar, and you'll have a much more better experience, a much better smoking flavor.
And you know what? I'd like to challenge cigarette smokers, even people who don't do cigars, who just smoke, name brand cigarettes. Try only using a match, or if you can get a hold of some cedar, try doing it that way. See if you notice it. Stop using your Bic.
Right.
Or use your buddy's butane lighter
Yeah.
and see if it changes the taste of your cigarette.
Mm.
And that will be your
Definitely.
first stepping stone of putting down the name brand cigarettes and coming in for a cigar
No, just cigarettes.
at all 5 locations of Cigars and More.
You guys haven't mentioned, I believe, maybe I spaced out for a moment. It's not.
It's okay. I
That's
already
like
have
me.
5 times.
How much does the cedar cost me? I mean, what are you? You're trying to upsell me, aren't you?
No, cedar's free.
Seriously? We're just going to give you those cedar sticks?
You can get, well, I wouldn't say you could get a whole handful if we had it. I'm sure we wouldn't mind giving it to you if you have plenty, but it's free. Not just our cigar shop. I can almost guarantee almost any cigar shop, if they're charging for cedar, sorry, you don't even go there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be bold about that. Don't
Yeah.
go there.
Right.
They're charging. I've seen that before. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these things, they come in the boxes when they open them up. Then we take them behind the counter, break them up, and be able to give them to people.
Right.
Because that's what they're meant for. They're meant to be in there to
Right.
be used.
And the good thing about it is if it's a good cigar shop, they're going to have cedar.
Yep.
They're going to have cedar. They're going to have cedar. They're going to have matches. You know, they if they run out, yeah, well, I understand that, but they will have it. So
Yes.
Look for it and try it. And I would suggest, of course, if you can't do the cedar thing, you know, we have butane, and butane it's an odorless and almost flavorless type gas.
Yeah.
It is a evaporative gas. So you're literally looking at something that you can light your cigar with, and you virtually won't taste anything at all.
Right.
And that's pretty good too.
I tell you, I've done the mistake of, oh God, I gotta light my cigar, and I used one of those lighters I used to light my grill that's really long.
Mm-hmm.
Lit it.
Yeah.
I had to cut sections of that cigar right off the top just because
Yeah.
it tasted so bad.
You can nuke it if you're not sure what you're
it's
doing.
So
right?
bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I mean, honestly, if you're lighting your grill and you've got a big canister under it,
Mhm.
that's how you're lighting it. Try if you have to. I mean, stay safe with it, but you can light it from there before I'd use any other kind of lighter.
Yeah.
Light
Yeah.
a piece of wood. Do something. Just don't use kerosene
Right.
to light your cigars.
Right. Exactly. That's the tip of the day, and of course, that's just to enjoy your cigar experience. And if you get a chance to, and if you got something cheap laying around, do a comparison. You'll
Yeah.
notice it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you will notice it.
Absolutely
Oh
do it.
Lord, even on some what I call turd cigars, or yard gars, something you just smoke out the yard sometime.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you could do, you just do a comparison, see how it goes, because it's different.
Yeah.
It very much so.
And then with the butane, now we do sell the single torch ones, and there is a place for those, but I'm always a fan of 3.
Mhm.
A 3 burner inside of it. It gets you all the way around. Now
Mhm.
I like the vertical stack as opposed to the tri stack.
Okay.
So they're right here, so
Yeah.
it hits the entire thing. You don't
Yeah.
really have to move yours much. It's tri, you sometimes got to move it around.
Right.
I like the ones we sell they're side by side,
Yeah.
all 3 burners.
It's a flat flame, and Zycar actually has introduced a single flat flame where it's just a wide, thin flame. And those are nice because you can actually, quote, paint the end of your cigar.
Yeah. That's cool.
Well said.
Yes.
But
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
there is a place for the singles. I'm a Lancero fan. A
Yeah.
triple is horrible to light on.
Oh yeah,
Lancero.
absolutely.
So you
Yeah.
do have to take into consideration, the diameter or the ring gauge of your cigar, because if I'm smoking a 6x80 or when they finally get here, the 9x90s,
Yeah.
you're going to take a week to light those with a single flame.
Yeah.
And yeah, cigars are all about time. And we're talking about intricacies of lighting your cigar, and it takes a few extra seconds.
Yeah.
We don't want to take a week to light a 90 ring gauge.
Right.
Oh,
But-
And
But-
then
Lord.
Lighting a cigar is also extremely important because so many people, and I watch them, you'll see them with a Connecticut and it's burnt right around that edge.
right.
And all they're doing, and these are the people that'll tell you every cigar tastes the same.
Yeah.
That's because you're smoking a burnt wrapper every single time.
Yeah.
When you get your lighting down, it really will add to the flavors and
There's a
the
finesse
taste of
to
the
it.
cigar.
There's absolutely a finesse to lighting. It's a skill. Like just when I remember when I first started smoking a pipe, Gary, I ruined it multiple times because it's not just okay,
easy
light
to
it, you're
do.
done. Nope.
It's
You
easy
have to do
do.
it the right way. You have to circle it around. You have to press
Yeah.
it down. You have to relight. There's a finesse to it. And that's the biggest difference is it's just like what Joan said. If you're burning the tip of it, you pay good money for these cigars.
Yeah.
These cigars, I like what I think Oscar told me one time. There's like 100 hands have touched this
Sure.
just
right.
to get to you.
Right.
Don't
Correct.
burn your cigar.
Right.
What's up, Jeff Jones?
Yeah. Jonesy. Hey, buddy.
Party.
New Truck Jonesy is what I call
So-
him now.
I mean, that's what we've got today. That's what I wanted to go over was the difference between butane versus lighting with cedar versus lighting with a match, and then lighting with kerosene Bic lighters, which you should never do, and just the dynamics of that. Just a small little slice of life, so to speak.
And let me sort of put a cherry on top here. Try, and you can try this yourself, but get you a good cigar. Let's just say Davidoff. Okay. This is one of the top of the lines. Or Padron.
Or like the one
know.
we're smoking, a Padron.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And
Right.
Davidoff and Patron are both in this month's pack.
They
There
are.
a little pitch there. But try getting a nice cigar. Davidoff, Padron, Atabay.
Yeah.
It's something that's real good. And then you take a piece of cedar. Take a piece of cedar, light that rascal. Okay. And when you light it, try to make it, get you a little longer piece than this right here. Try to get you some
And
stuff.
fold it in half. I like what you did.
Yeah.
It gives it more rigidity. And
Yeah. And it holds a flame better too. So,
Right.
But get you a little bit light. So when you do that and you light your cedar, toast the end of your cigar. Toast it very lightly. Just rotate it, and then just toast it. Just gently, okay? And if you have to go through two of these, fine, whatever. There's no law in it. So toast it the best way you can, right? And then as soon as you get finished toasting it right there, as you're rotating this thing around and you're lighting it, you can watch the end of it as it toasts, okay? And keep doing it. And then all this, then go ahead and put it in your mouth, go ahead and draw on it, and go ahead and light that thing. My point in this is that if you've got a good cigar and you're ready for it and you're toasting this thing, it's like watching a steak sizzle.
Yeah.
And you're going, God, boy, I'll be glad when this thing gets done. Boy, this is going to be good. Man, it's going to be good. And then next thing you know, you're drawing on it, and boy, here it comes. Boy, that's a good flavor.
Take a nice couple of draws, get your drink of choice, swish it around in your mouth, enjoy that, and then immediately after taking a sip, pull.
Yeah.
Let that libation be on your tongue and pull.
Yeah.
Oh.
And go with it because that particular way of doing it right there is just so much more enjoyable. My gosh, it's so nice to enjoy it like that.
Right there. That was That was it, Gary.
That's the huckleberry right there. Cigar huckleberry. That's it.
And there you go. Anything to add in there, Mr. John?
No, I think you guys covered a lot of it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more intricacies to get into some things, but we'll get into those in later episodes.
Oh, yes.
We don't want to overwhelm you
Yes.
tonight. We'll go
Definitely.
We'll go heavy into the lighting process and things like that later.
Yeah. So that's all we've got for today's show. This has been wonderful. Remember, we have our June Smoking Underground packs in every store. A great Father's Day gift. $47.29. They've got excellent smokes. Pick them up now so you can smoke with us. John is going to be putting. You'll see in the intro. He has the cigar that we're smoking in the intro, so it changes. So you can light it up right when you see that intro going on. That's the one they're smoking. I'm going to join the guys. Tell us what you're smoking. Obviously, it should be what's in the pack. And tell us what you're drinking with it.
Yes, definitely share. I mean, please.
Even if it's water.
Yeah, big time.
And
Water.
By the weekend, the pack should be in every store. I delivered them to 4 of our 5 stores.
Very good.
And, our fearless leaders promised to deliver them to our 5th store.
Yeah.
They are limited. We're only doing so many packs per month is something we've decided. So grab them early. And
is it possible for people to call in and order them even if they're out of state? Would that be a thing?
I wouldn't see it. Why not?
They should be on the website at some point. I can't promise you. But if you don't see it on the website, feel free to call the 280 store. We'll get you set up.
Oh, yeah. By all means.
And the 280 store is the number on the website.
Yeah.
And now, before we end this, I want to do a shameless plug. Remember, if you like what you see, hit that like, share, subscribe, follow button.
By all means.
Whichever button you have. Everybody do me a favor and hit that thumbs up for me right now.
Big time.
And then share it around. If you like what you see, it's a quote unquote educational program. So let's get this party rolling. You know what I mean? And get some more people in here. Get some good discussion going.
Yeah.
Other than that.
Yeah. So, and of course, be sure to stop at one of 5 of the Vitola Cigars and More shops. Of course, we've got Trust. This is Alabama, in case anybody's watching out of
Trustful
state.
Tuesdays, if you want to catch me.
Right on. You got Trustful Cigars and More. Of course, you got Cigars and More in 280. where we're at right now.
Yep.
And then, of course, Batola Mountain Brook, which is where I'm at. Please stop by and say hello.
They're all nice locations.
Yeah, they are. And
But they
then,
all have their own unique look.
yes, that they do. Patton Creek and, of course, Tuscaloosa. There's a roll tide there. So, yeah. And so please stop at one of those right there and we will take care of you.
Yeah.
And again, I think you said that Cigars More is hiring. Right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
They're working on that now. Before I forget, you know what flavor it can really get rid of
Talk to
with
me.
cedar? You can get rid of that pitted prune taste with cedar.
It's no good after that. It's no good. That's it right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gary,
Yeah.
John,
There it is.
remember to smoke is human,
Indeed.
but to smoke a cigar is divine.
Indeed it is.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.